what happened yesterday in Othaya Nyeri is very shameful, honestly. It's unthinkable that young kids who come in the morning to go to Sunday school would be tear-gassed in the manner in which they are tear-gassed without cause. There is no crime they had committed. They were not in the wrong place. They were in the place they wanted to be in at that particular time. Poor old women running around, away from tear gas and harassment is very, very shameful. And I've often said, for our political leaders, don't listen so much to the words they tell you, especially the ones in government. Look at their actions. Because how would a confident government do that? Because a government that's confident and has no problem with its population, with its people, why would they allow that kind of thing to happen? Okay, fine. Now, with tremendous respect, and I'm happy myself that the senior leaders of government, including His Excellency the Deputy President, whom I have a lot of respect for, and the Minister for Interior, have said agree with us that what happened is shameful and it's something that ought not to happen. Now, let's move to action. Let's see whether action will be taken and so on. Because that is what is going to tell us the sincerity or genuineness of this. Let's see what's going on. The pictures are all over the place. Those guys carrying AK-47 and so on. And then you see some strange things being said by leaders. Like I saw one leader from Laikipia saying something laughable. That Gachagua organized that so that he can seek sympathy. If he organized it, it's against the law. So why don't you arrest those people he was organizing that with? And this happened when Natembeya was attacked in Kabuchai. It was the same response. This is finally what is very stressful to me. To be honest with you, is this: 2/3 of these senior leaders in the security sector are people I worked with. I know them very well. Some of them are fairly decent people. I have said this and I don't mind repeating it again. The Inspector General, Mr. Kanja, is one of the best police officers in the country. He was my GSU commandant when I was Minister for Interior. The DCI, hawa ni watu tumefanya kazi nao na ninawajua. Some of them are going to retirement. Why do they want their careers to be soiled by that kind of nonsense perpetrated by some third-rate politicians who have problems, and they think the best way to square out the issues is to go and beat up innocent children and women. And finally, for government, and with tremendous respect, mimi naheshimu serikali, I respect our leaders in government. They are walking the country themselves to disaster. Because you will never have enough bullets for 55 million or so Kenyans. And you can't shoot your way to electoral victory or what have you. You cannot intimidate people. You can't replace proper engagement with the public. So this effort of trying to create situations like some countries in the region is not going to work. Let's go to electoral contest. Kila mtu afanye yake. Wananchi wakiamua vile wataamua, basi hivyo ndivyo itakuwa. And then those in authority need to understand, in any case, by the way, this is the electoral mandate, which means it has an expiry date. If it comes to a point where it has expired in your case, you don't have to beat innocent children and women about it. Go say, sasa vile imekuwa iko namna hii, kutakuwa na siku ingine. That is how life is, and that's how we become a mature country. But we shouldn't go the way that happened yesterday. Very, very shameful. And we have seen this again and again and again. The level of arrogance that you see, goons, armed people moving around. And then, for me, no one will give me lectures about, we didn't know what was happening. A national leader of Gachagwa's stature, when they move to a particular place and they're going to have a function in a particular, the county security team knows. The National Intelligence Service officers in that area knew that there was going to be a meeting that day. How can you tell me that they did not know there was a plan to disrupt the meeting? So this pretense and so on, okay, it will be tested. They have said they have all vowed action, including the Inspector General. Let's give them the benefit of doubt and wait for the action.